What's up? What's up? Welcome, you guys. Rock Bottom Podcast. How are you guys? Sorry for the late start. I was having issues. I was having computer issues. I streamed last night, and I had my computer. I left my computer on without having it plugged in, so it had no power. So it was like being flaky. So I got to do it on the laptop. I hope I sound all right. Welcome, Rock Bottom Podcast. I'm Ray DeVito. Shout out to my sponsors, SilkCityHotSauce.com, SilkCityHotSauce.com. Put in Rock B, save 15%. Pain in the brain, it's my hot sauce. Airy Jane's deodorants no more. She's so no more AiryJane.com for Airy Jane. She decided to quit doing deodorant. So just my one sponsor. We got some guests. We got Kristen Carney's coming in here in a bit. She's a comedian. She also co-hosts Love Lines with Adam Carolla. She does dating advice too. She coaches men on how to date. And then Matt Marin, a comedian that we all love, has been on here a bunch. Locker Room Talks, his podcast. He'll be on here in a bunch. But let me see what's going on with you guys. The punks that are in here. What's going on? AI Ray, Al Ray. My overweight friend shaved his mustache and suddenly looks lighter. Guess he's discovered the facial illusion diet. Hashtag mustache magic weight loss. Talking about my buddy Carlos Danger, the dangerous one that is Carlos, who's back from vacation. He was on vacation in Ohio. He went to Ohio when I wasn't here. So
Does that tell you anything, Ray?
Yeah, exactly. Producer Joe's here for this show. Yay, Joe.
Hey, Ray.
Wow, he's back.
So who are your guests again today?
Well, you're going to be one of them, but Kristen Carney and Matt Marin.
Kristen Carney, there you go again, Ray, bringing women into the Dabbleverse. I've noticed you're the only one that does that, by the way.
What's that say about me, Joe?
It says that you're a nice guy and a feminist, like all of us.
I'm woke. I'm woke. Hashtag woke. I wore my best Jimmy Eat World t-shirt for this. Come on. I know. So what's going on, Joe? You're here. You wanted to ask me stuff that was going on. So let's start that because the guys aren't going to know about. What do you want to know, man?
I just was curious your take on Atlantic City because you seem to have a lot of fun, and everybody I talked to that was there seemed to have a lot of fun. And your show that you did from there was great, and Melton's shows were great, and then all of a sudden everyone leaves AC and all hell breaks loose.
All hell breaks. And I went in there not knowing what was up because I didn't know how it was going to be hanging out with Melton, because we've had our differences, we've had our good times and our bad times and our differences to say the least, and it was great. I had a lot of fun hanging out with him. Yeah, man, you guys got to get that. That's what we need here on the Shula Network is I don't want to say steal from Melton, but those AI voices are hilarious. There you go.
We would never steal from Melton.
Yeah,
I'm offended at the suggestion.
And my merchandise, Rock Bottom Ray on the Shula Network website. Get your Ray shirts, whatever you enjoy, whether it's the logo, the Silk City Hot Sauce logos on a shirt there. Yes, David Skywalker showed up wearing a Ray Tard shirt. He was very excited to see me. He hugged me and then wrestled with me. He forgot that I have one knee. But yeah, and then
the one person to pick to wrestle with in Atlantic City is the guy that's injured.
The guy with one good knee, and but he was good. He was excited. My family's not that excited to see me. So seeing someone excited to see me, and then I didn't know he's trying to hide his identity. A lot of these guys like to, and then I'm posting pictures like, "Hey, look, it's me and David Skywalker," and he's like, "What are you doing, you dummy?" So yeah.
But you said you had fun, right? Like when we spoke and I said, "How was it?" You said the weekend was great.
It was great. Yeah, pretty much Adam was my dude, producer Andy over at MLC. We hung out. He's the one that was every 10 minutes he's taking another picture of me I can't believe he's doing this. And started to film. The fact that I carry my luggage in a laundry basket, which if you're driving.
Okay. So hold on. Let's talk about this. This was one of the things on my notes. So Right. Like, even if you were going into like a Motel 6 on the side of the road in Akron, walking in with a laundry basket full of stuff, not a great look, right? But you walked into the Borgata in Atlantic City with a laundry basket.
Yeah, like I'm the only person on the planet that owns a laundry basket. I
No,
think
you're
everyone owns a like.
use it as luggage. Do you not own luggage?
If I'm flying, a suitcase makes sense. If you're not flying and you're driving, it is so much easier to have everything in a laundry basket. A laundry basket makes so much more sense. It's more practical. You got all your belongings in it. You don't got to like unpack and fold things up. A laundry basket is way more practical. And then
But
when I'm
you
on the
look
road,
like a homeless person.
it's
You've
what are you
got a
talking?
laundry basket and a pink blanket and a
I
box
didn't.
fan.
I did not bring the box fan or the pink blanket. Uh,
Oh,
I just had my clothes and my laptop in a laundry basket. Yes, a laundry basket makes way more sense than a suitcase. It's not even. I go ahead, make fun of me. I'm sorry. I'm just more practical than you. I'm sorry. I use common sense, and the rest you don't use common sense. If I was a millionaire, I would still travel with the laundry baskets.
Ray
That's what I
DeVito
would do.
laundry baskets coming soon to the ShuleyNetworkShop.com.
Yes, that's what I would do. Laundry baskets. There's no reason to not do laundry baskets. You're insane if you don't do a laundry basket. Everybody
Yeah,
knows that.
we're insane, right?
Yes. Wow, you got Matt Marin. We got Matt Marin. He's a good guy. David Chandler's a good egg. David Chandler's the Basket Bandits. Now, oh, speaking of which, I got to bring this up because I'm doing MLC tomorrow. But you know producer Andy over there, right? You know of him, the legend of him.
Yes.
Just to show you what a good guy he is. So this is after we did the live stream in my hotel room. We went over to watch Bob's kids band play, and they were great. We were having a good time. Um, and then a guy that was a fan of Bob Levy's offers to buy Bob a drink. And Bob's like, no, I'm not drinking. So he's got this. So Bob declines whatever. I didn't really like. I remember him having like a lot of cash in his hand. So, anyways, he never puts it back in his pocket. I don't know if it like fell, but so there's just this giant pile of money, like a stack of 20s, just laying on the floor right by us. And Adam, producer Andy, picks up this wad of cash. He's like, "Did you drop this?" I'm like, "No, I didn't. I didn't. That's not mine." He literally is going around looking for someone. That is a very unlike a Chad move. Like, if it was me, I asked one or two people, "Did you drop this? Did you drop it?" And like they're like, "No." I'd be like, "All right, this is mine." He's such a Boy Scout. He goes around, and it was the guy that offered to buy Levy a drink. He'd pull out his wad of cash, like, "Hey, let me buy you a drink." Levy's like, "No," and he went to put it in. He dropped the money. It was that guy's money.
Don't you think it says more about him that finding a wad of 20s on the ground, he turned to you and said, "Is this yours?"
I think he did. I think he looked at me. He's like, "No, this isn't Ray's. This has got to be
Anybody
somebody else."
else's?
Yeah. And he gave it to gave it to the guy, and the guy was like, "Oh my God, thank you." Yeah, that was. He was like, "Yeah, I was trying to buy Levy a drink. He didn't want one, and I guess I didn't put it in my pocket." But yeah, how honorable is that guy? Because I thought that was
Better
very
man
nice
than
of
I
that
am.
guy. Yeah, I would have. You know what I would have done? I would have picked it up, asked the guy way on the other side of the bar, "Hey man, did you drop something?" The guy's like, "No, why? Did you find something?" I'm like, "No, if you, all right, you didn't drop it." Okay, I asked one person, they said no. I guess it's mine now. But no,
Can we also talk about your tires, Ray?
What about my tires?
I heard somebody say that you told them that you stop every 100 miles to fill them up with
No,
air.
not every 100 miles. If I'm on the road, like yeah, if I do like if I do like an 8 hour drive, I got to stop and fill it. But like every other day, I got a slow leak in one of my tires. They're brand new tires. That's the thing that's upsetting. And I brought them back to the place that I bought the tires, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's just a valve." I brought it there like 3 times. Instead of just saying, "Hey, give me a new tire," which I should have done, which I should do. They're like, "Oh yeah, we fixed it. It's just a valve." And then like it's still. Then I leave town, and then the next day it like I set it at 38, and then the next day it's like down to 21. The light bulb goes off on the dashboard, and I got to fill it back up. But yeah, so I have a slow leak in one of my tires, and it's
Right.
annoying.
We've got to get you one of these. It's a cordless thing. It's powered by a battery. You just throw it in the back of your car, and you won't have to like worry about where you are when you stop to fill up your tires. It's, you can do it with this thing and a battery.
Yeah, but I'm more so like just pissed at my tire. Like I bought the tires. Why don't you just give me a new tire? It's a brand new tire. Tire
Are all of
World.
them leaking?
No, just the one. It's like I bought 4 brand new tires. This is a brand new tire. Why is it leaking? It's annoying as shit.
I'm sorry, that's too funny.
You have a fast leak in your. Ouch, God, Jesus, man. No crosstalk. She's talking to someone in the chat. No crosstalk. She's talking about Chris Mack. But no, I got to get that tire fixed. Like Teamster Tim knows cars. He looked at the tire. There's a slow leak in there somewhere. I should have done it when I was in Queens, where they put it in the tub of water and they see what the thing is. So yeah, I got to get that handled.
Sir, you are a member.
Yeah, you are a Bob Taurus. All right, let's get my guest in there. What else you want to talk? You want to talk about some other stuff on?
No, I think that was it. AC, the laundry basket, and the tires. I think we covered all of it.
Did you see on my live stream that KB and Mommy were going through my laundry basket?
I saw, yes, KB back there going through it. Damn it, we have a screenshot
towel?
somewhere.
I purposely have a towel that I bring on the road. I don't bring my nicest towels. I have nice towels that just stay at home. But I'll bring like my road towels because I do. Everyone knows.
Well, you're getting up there in age.
Yeah, I haven't colored my hair in a while. When I get a haircut, I color my hair.
Ray, if you're coloring your hair, why do you use a white towel?
Because that's
a good question.
Towel. That's just the towel that it is. Actually, my hair doesn't look that bad. Maybe I should.
Now you're hot.
Should I leave it off? Yeah. There's the pink blankets. So Kristen Carney's gives dating advice. We got to get her on here in a little bit. But I use a towel because I'll color my hair, and then it's not that I wipe it up, but like when it like leaks on the side, I'll like wipe it off while I'm waiting for the 20 minutes to leave the color in. So that's why there's black stains or dark brown stains from the dark brown hair dye that I use. There you go. I like doing these podcasts. Every part of my life is like
examined.
Yeah,
with a microscope.
Everything I do. If I look this direction, why did he look to the left? What's going on over there? So all right, let's bring in my guest. But yes, it's a white towel. What's up? Hey, Matthew Mayer and Kristen Carney. How are you guys?
Good. How you doing?
Welcome.
You're muted.
Can you hear me?
I hear. Oh, Kristen, you're okay. You're muted.
I was wonderful, and the universe doesn't want me to ever put that out there, so it muted me for when I said I was wonderful.
Yeah, we need more sunlight in Matt's room. Is that possible? We get more sunlight. Have you guys ever met each other? Do you guys know each other in any capacity?
Last night. It was a different chubby guy. Sorry.
Oh,
Chubby.
shots fired! Shots fired! Wow. He hosts a comedy roast battle in New York City, does Matt Marin. His podcast, The Locker Room Boys. And then, Kristen, do you co-host Adam Carolla's podcast with them, Love Lines, or I can't. You're muted again.
My computer. I would co-host the Adam Carolla show. I was a co-host, and I would co-host Love Line with Dr. Drew and Mike. When either Dr. Drew wasn't there or Mike wasn't there sometimes. So yeah.
Okay. How did you meet those guys? Who do you like better, Dr. Drew or Adam?
Who can get me further? Like whoever can get me further. I love both of them. I ended up meeting Adam because I was working for Maria Menounos. Do you know who that is?
No, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, Mark knows because she's hot. I was working for her podcast network, and they knew Carolla, so they knew I liked Carolla, and they introduced us. And it was all. Oh yeah,
and you give dating advice on top of it. You coach men on dating.
I do. It's kind of like letting.
You've come to the right place, madam.
Yeah, this is my producer Joe. He's a good guy. I don't know if you heard the beginning of this, but yeah, they're giving me flack that I travel. Like you're a comedian. Do you drive? Like I'll drive I'll go on the road for like months at a time. So like, and the way it is usually, at least in the old age, you stay in a condo for the week or you go hotel to hotel. If I'm in my car, if I fly, it's a suitcase. If I'm driving, it's a laundry basket. I
mean, that's my first piece of dating advice right there is stop using a laundry basket.
I'm fine with the laundry basket. It's just more practical.
You're the only one that's fine with it.
Yeah, if a woman doesn't like my laundry basket, then she wasn't meant for me.
No, it means she has
I happen to be single for a while.
Yeah, it means she has standards.
I mean, there's some hills to die on. The laundry basket is a weird one to be dying on.
Yeah.
Why would you not?
I can see a big mound of laundry of that hill that you're dying on. Like I can see you with a lot of laundry.
Why are you guys not using laundry baskets? That's what I don't get. You're all the weirdos.
No, I'm
the same one.
I've used laundry baskets before. If there was a girl I was with and that was going to be the deal breaker, it's not a big loss. You can get rid of the laundry basket, right?
I'm fine with the laundry. If I'm flying, suitcase.
But Ray, think about it. It's easier to hide a woman's body in a suitcase than it is a laundry basket. You can zip it up. No one's going to see it.
Well, guess what? I have a laundry basket. I'm not going to be around any women that I got to put inside a suitcase. So how about that?
Weird. I don't know. You strike me as a different type.
I think it's fine.
Ray's not going to be around any women, full stop.
I think it's fine to have a laundry basket. You really think it's weird?
It's not weird. It's just it's your grown. But you know what? It's like I can see the things, the toys behind you. The laundry basket makes sense. Like you're not a full grown human.
I'm an adult. I'm an adult. Yes, these are bobbleheads. Whatever. Yes, they're bobbleheads.
The way you just said I'm an adult was the most childlike way to say it.
I'm an adult.
Timestamp that, Andy.
Fine, man. No, if a woman doesn't like me for me, then it's like, all right, this is who I am. You in or you out? I don't care. This is what I'm bringing to the table.
But why, of all the things to identify yourself with, are you choosing a laundry basket?
I'm not choosing. I don't go like, hey, this is my laundry basket. It's like that's what I travel with.
What you're saying, if a girl doesn't like me for me, why is you a laundry basket?
Right. That's what we talk a lot about actually on some of these like dating shows. Guys are like, no, this is who I am, and they're wearing like a t-shirt with cartoon characters on it, and they have stains on their mouth from Kool-Aid. It's like, no, that's not who you are. That's you being a lower version of yourself. So if you can still be you without a laundry basket, and then all of a sudden there might be a woman that's interested.
Then I'm gonna look like a weirdo putting all my laundry in a suitcase to take to the laundry.
What?
No, well, you can take.
I'm not bringing a suitcase and a laundry basket. One of them's going. I'm not carrying around all these things to carry clothes in.
What about a laundry bag?
I'm fine doing it the way I do it. I'll even do an 8 mile like Eminem. I'll put my clothes in a garbage bag and take them to the laundromat bed.
I have a laundry basket at home I use sometimes. When I travel, I bring a laundry bag because the basket's bulky and weird. Why would you travel with that?
You can bring a bag with you, throw it over your shoulder, kind of like you're a guy on an old railroad. You can
put it at the end of a
bindle.
stick. Yeah.
Can you turn Matt up a little bit? Matt's a little low.
I can. Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to read a couple of these super chats real quick, and then we'll get on with this. Bob's old teeth, JFC, even Ray's leaks are slow. Ouch, Bob's old. And I met Bob's old teeth in Atlantic City. He's a good guy. Bob's old teeth. What's up, Mark Marin? Great guest, Ray. You get that every time you're on here, Matt.
Yeah.
Every time. Tampaletic converters. Ari is afraid if Ray comes to Michigan, she would have to do a Rob saw. And look, it's a pile of laundry. Thank you, Tampaletic converters. Ari Jane's a friend of mine, and I'm going to Michigan in September, so I will see her. Frankly, Sheckler, Kristen Carney is a wonderful and lovely. Even if we are no longer engaged, tell Kristen about the stain towel in the basket. Oh, maybe I already talked about that, but yeah, I'll. So when I get a haircut, Kristen, I will color my hair. I will color my hair just once because I'm in my late 40s now, and it grays, but it just slows down the graying process. So I get like the salt and pepper look as it grows out. But but I will color my hair, and I have a towel that I'll use. I don't know if you ever dyed your hair, but it like leaks on the, so to like wipe it off my brow, I'll use a towel. That's like my road towel.
Yeah.
So when I'm on the road, I just bring that towel with me. And so people gave me grief because we were in Atlantic City doing a live stream, and the ladies in the room were going through my laundry basket, and they pulled out my towel that had the stains on it, and people think that that's weird, but it's like, no, I have one towel that if I'm doing the road with, I'm not taking my nice towel. I'll bring like a shitty towel.
Does it double as like a jizz towel, or is it just for the hair?
No.
Right.
Ray's jizz is black, so that's actually what's on the towel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's little, yeah.
No, if I'm in a hotel, I use one of their towels for that. And yeah, it's a hotel. Every guy knows that. And then if I'm on the road, it's paper towels. You don't jizz in a towel. Come on.
Ray, when you leave the hotel, how are you separating your dirty clothes from your clean clothes in one laundry
He
basket?
can't. They're all stuck together because he jerked off in all of them.
No, because I go to the gym every day. I have like, I buy little bags. I kind of, just little like tiny plastic trash bags for like little things. And I put my dirty clothes in there like every day, like after I sweat and stuff. And then I wrap it up. And then.
Can we follow you around with cameras for like a week?
Dude, that's what Andy did in Atlantic City. Everywhere I went, he's taking pictures.
Yeah, he's
every little thing I did, he's like documenting it. So
This Andy will do it too, buddy.
Yes, I don't know why people are so. Bob's old teeth. I wasn't in a C, Ray. Then I think that was Bob's old pool. That's a super chat if you want to put it up. I was reading. Then that must have been Bob's new pool. I thought it was Bob's old teeth, but it must have been Bob's new pool. But he was a nice guy, so I'm glad. David Chandler, wow, will help dispose of a body. She's a keeper. Yeah, give us some of what's your dating history? Where are you at right now? Are you single? You with someone, Kristen?
Oh, I just went through a bad breakup with a comic, actually.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's always fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dream. Women always have said don't date a comic, and I found out firsthand why. So yeah, no. Now I'm back on the single train, and it's the most pathetic train I've ever been on. It's worse than like a Greyhound bus, essentially, at this point. The dating pool. It's bad. It's really bad.
How long you been single for?
About 2 months.
And what is it that ended the relationship, if you don't mind?
A lot of I there's some clashing in terms of what we thought was like reasonable fighting. I think like like what
you muted yourself again.
My AirPods keep disconnecting, and every time they disconnect, it mutes me. So that's what's happening.
Okay.
But he wanted me to always learn from like every word that I said, and then I would get like defensive eventually about trying to like fix every word that I said. And so then eventually it just kind of, I'm like, I'm not that smart. Like I can, there's a tipping point for me. And he was trying to get me smarter than I really am. I was like, I can't.
How long were you dating?
About a little over 6 months. So, but we lived together the entire time. We moved in within 2 weeks.
You moved in?
Whoa.
Really smart.
Yeah. Whose idea was it to move in? Yours or his?
His.
It was his idea to move in, and you were like, yeah, that's a good idea. And what was and that's weird because like, it's over, but you're living with them. So it's like, did you guys break up and still live together?
No, we broke up. I moved out the next day.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it was fast.
Are you the one?
I had a lot of laundry baskets to take with me.
A lot of laundry baskets?
There.
Did you feel the breakup coming? How long before? Was there a time period where you're like, well, we do live together, so I don't know if we can end this yet?
Yeah, there were a couple of those. Like I always refer to Seinfeld. He says, like a breakup, it's like trying to knock over a soda machine. Like it takes like a few rocks to actually knock it all the way down. So yeah, there were a few rocks, I think, in like the month leading into it. And we were both
you knew you were going to break up. You just had to like line up a place to go to.
No, we were hoping we weren't going to break up. Like the week before I said, I think this isn't working. I actually was wearing the sweatshirt at the time. This is my breakup sweatshirt. Memories. I said
I was wearing this shirt, but I always wear this shirt. So it's like I just always wear this shirt. So
you were in the closet in there listening. I saw that shirt. I said, like, this is just not working. We had an argument, and I said, I'm going to go stay at a friend's tonight, and I'll be back tomorrow, and I'm going to get my stuff. And he said, no, let's like work on this. And, we don't have any issues. Like, one of us is cheating and one of us is like an alcoholic, there's stuff that we can fix. And then it was actually 2 weeks later. It was just too much of an explosive fight where it just was like, this is just too many fights. And it's just,
Can you say what the fight was over? The last fight?
Oh God. It was
laundry basket.
Laundry basket, suitcase. Yeah. I'm on his side. If he was like laundry basket, I'm on whoever said laundry basket, I'm on their side.
Yeah, I wish it was over a laundry basket because a laundry basket is like $15 from the store. It was actually over my computer. I mean, there's always stuff underneath, like there's stuff underneath the issue of my computer. But we went out to dinner. We came back. My computer, my Mac, I tried to update the system, and when we got back from dinner and the system updated, none of my apps worked on my computer. And so I just started I started talking about how, I got to get a new computer. I got to get a new Mac. And right now I'm on this new effing Mac, which keeps kicking me off. It's annoying. So I went on about it a little bit too long, and I think it annoyed him. And he kind of was just like, basically like, all right, I get it. And then it was just like him kind of quieting me down and shutting me up.
So it was like, he just didn't want to hear you. He
didn't want to hear me yapping on like us women, we're cackling hens.
No, I agree with you. When I'm still mad about my computer. Where'd you buy I bought mine on blackmarket.com. People give me shit for that.
She bought hers from a store, Ray.
Yeah, I if you don't use a laundry basket to travel, you probably buy your computers from actual stores.
Yeah.
So it's a Mac, but I got it from Best Buy because it was kind of close. But I actually, to the poor salesman, I was crying because I was like, I have to get this new computer because I broke up with my boyfriend and I broke up, and I have to get this new computer. The poor fucking guy. It's like they're the geek squad, and I turned them into like the geek therapy squad.
They suck, by the way. The Mac stores. Yeah, those guys are better. But like
geniuses over geeks for sure.
Yeah, but you go to Best Buy, I knew more about my Mac. When my Mac died, like my old Mac still works, but it doesn't, like, you light up, you can't see the screen. So I had to get like a new Mac. That's what I got it from backmarket.com, a refurbished one that's like 2 years old. I wish that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping I get a computer and some more, a little extra. Like, no wonder why this is so good, such a good deal.
You take it up the ass price wise, you might as well take it up the ass in the other way too.
But that Geek Squad, like, they knew nothing about my computer. I knew more about my computer than them. They're just there to try to sell you the newest iPhone. That's all they're there for. They're not there.
Somebody sent a super chat saying, Ray, you're making her uncomfortable. What the hell? And I thought, what was it he said? And there's about 10 things I've thought of so far. So
yeah, this is yeah, but I don't know. I'm fine being single. Is that weird about me?
No, Kristen? It's good. It's good. I have I'm realizing I have issues with the like needs for validation from like a relationship.
Well, so I have those. I just don't need I'm needy. What do you think? I'm a comedian.
We're all screwed. Yeah, you're definitely screwed up. I'm not saying you're normal.
Everyone's got needs for validation. Some people just don't necessarily need it from being in a relationship.
Yeah, and I never thought I did until we broke up, and all of a sudden I was like, wait a second, I'm not okay. Like and so I started, I'm in like therapy right now and everything, trying to get comfortable with being single.
Yeah. So after a breakup in general, you're just, even if that's not always where you need validation from, it's enough of a blow. You're like, fuck, I need to feel something from someone or something now.
Yeah. Yeah. And if like women could do more, like if I could go out like a dude and get a hooker,
yeah,
I wouldn't need a therapist. But like, I'm not gonna go find a gigolo. They're like, I don't know, they're kind of lame.
A gigolo?
I don't know.
I like you're so not used to it. You're like, where do I get one of these gigolos? You like gigolos?
I wouldn't actually. I've done like, I've hooked up with someone after a breakup, and then it's like, I don't know if I'd say make me feel better, but like get your confidence back up a little bit. I feel like if you went and got a hooker after, you would still know that you paid for it. So that wouldn't like give you the validation, really.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah. But for me, the problem is it's like we broke up. It was definitely a necessary breakup, but I'm still into him. So I have no attraction to anyone. It's going to take me a while to actually want to date anybody. So, which kind of sucks. Like I literally am walking down the street, just going like, would I sleep with that guy? No. Would I sleep with that guy? No. Would I sleep with that guy? No. And usually it'd be like,
that's what Ray does. That's what Ray does all the time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, quit talking about that
every time because I'm a hoe.
Quit talking to all the guys in the chat. She's just looking at all the guys.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Franklin Sheckler, I do think you're a good guy. Franklin Sheckler says, Ray doesn't think I'm memorable, but I've never argued about apps not working after an update. So Franklin Sheckler, I love you, buddy.
I think he's saying he'd be perfect for Kristen.
Yeah, well, we were engaged. We were engaged, and he called off the engagement. I have no idea why. I found out via Twitter from Franklin that we were no longer engaged, and I think he just found a woman that he thought was, more attractive than me, which not possible.
Oh, so you know Franklin? You got history with Franklin?
Oh, we have history, baby.
Oh, Franklin's a handsome guy.
I call him Frank. We have so much history. I don't even have to call him Franklin.
Yeah, I like proper name. He's Franklin to me. All respect to Franklin Sheckler. He's a fantastic guy. What's your situation, Matt? You have a lady or?
I'm single. There's a bartender I don't really like that I see every once in a while, but I'm single.
Look at that. See, that's what you need. Do you drink, Kristen? Like, you're a attractive lady. You can just hang out at a bar any night and you're going to meet some gentlemen callers.
Yeah, but I think everybody's a loser.
All right. We get it. We get it. Quit talking about Matt and I. We're right here.
Yeah.
We're on the screen with you.
No, it was actually how we met was kind of interesting. So we did Comedy Fight Club, my show, a couple times at a venue in the city. We were moving around a little bit, doing different venues. And one of the venues we did it at, we brought a lot of people out. They loved us. The bartender was like giving me free drinks all night, giving a lot of the comics free drinks, and gave out too many free drinks. And the next week we got there and he was fired because he gave out too many free drinks. And there was a girl who just started working there. And I started talking to her, and that's the guy I started seeing, because technically I got her the job there by taking free drinks from the guy the week before. And then a position opened up.
There you go, man. See? So she owes you.
Yeah.
But you're not is she going to see this podcast and get this message?
No, I don't think so.
She's also probably not into you.
No, her whole thing is from the beginning, she's like, I don't want to be in a relationship. And I'm like, I'm fine with that. I would, with the right girl, I would be, but I'm not specifically looking for, I need to be or not be in a relationship. Depending on the chemistry, I would go with what that is. But she's from the beginning, I don't want to be in a relationship. But then as time goes on, she clearly wants to be with someone who wants to be in a relationship with her. So like she wants that effort from me. But then if I give that effort, she'll be like, you're being weird. So it's just, she's got stuff going on in her head, and I don't really want to mess with that.
Kristen would say that's called being a woman. I diagnose her as a woman. Not another lady. Franklin says, not another lady. She was emotionally distant.
I think I detached a little bit. Because it's Twitter. Because we fell in love on Twitter, and then we broke up on Twitter. We got engaged on Twitter. But I just can't go on Twitter anymore. It's just the only, it's like filth.
Well, good news for you. Now you can go on X.
I can go on X.
Now it's X.
I just wish there were 2 more X's. Then I would really go on.
Franklin says, forget about my pain. Any Advil will try, right? Yeah, So my knee's doing way better, but they put me on 80 milligrams of ibuprofen, which is like a high dose for anti-inflammatory. And I took 2 of them, and I passed out. So, but no, I don't take them anymore. But yeah, that was too much at one time, and it did not sit well with me. So, but no, I'm fine. I'm off the ibuprofen. I'm the only one to OD on ibuprofen. 80 milligrams. That's what it was. Yeah. So it's 800 milligrams. Yeah. Whatever. It's the highest milligrams you can get, which is it is 800, whatever it is, 800 milligrams. But Yeah, I took 2 of them at one time, and it did not sit well with me. I fainted. I got the vapors, as they would say, the vapors. I tell you.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that was it. But no, my knee's doing better. I'm actually started exercising again, just a little bit of exercise. But that's where I'm at. What's some stuff I got some stuff I wanted to talk about. This is going to be some wrestling talk, and I'm going to talk about Matt's podcast, Locker Room Talk.
Prepare for your panties to get wet, Kristen.
Yeah. This is going to dry him up.
Too late already.
Matt, by the way, if you turn to the side, it's that'll there won't be as much sun. Yeah, that's okay. That's better.
Well, right there.
Do it with it. Yeah, right there. When you block,
I got to block the window.
Yeah.
That's
there you go.
Well, Terry Funk just died.
Okay. Yeah.
He's a wrestler. My favorite thing about Terry Funk, there's just you can just go to the middle and just play some clips of Terry Funk. He essentially was this big fat guy, but he was the original Mankind, where he would just do any stunt, whatever.
Big fat guy. Have you watched it? There's big fat guys in wrestling. Terry Funk was not one of them.
Well, we've got it muted because of the music in there.
Oh, okay. You can go to the middle when there's actually action. I just want him setting himself on fire, just doing. There's he's a dude that.
Yeah, there's sumo wrestlers in wrestling. Terry Funk is a big dude, but he wasn't. I mean, he's no Rikishi.
Yeah, but he's the dude that would do anything. You could do whatever, whatever stunt. He would set himself on fire and stuff.
Yeah,
he was. I think that's what he was known for. Yeah, just falling off the weirdest shit.
Yeah. Well, he was known for. I used to wrestle, and I knew a lot of guys. I never met him, but I knew a lot of guys who had worked with him and knew him. And he was known over the decades for doing everything. I think he got known a lot for the extreme stuff, but before that, he was doing old school 1970s style wrestling. He was around for 50 years doing everything.
Yeah, he was running around with the fucking chainsaw with guys punching him. I just wanted to show a clip. He was more one of the original stunt dudes. Anything.
I mean, I think he's legitimately the best wrestler ever because he did so many different styles over 50 years. It was he was the best.
Well, this is what I want to call Matt in the question. So I was listening to a podcast you did, Locker Room Boys, and you guys were talking about Chris Benoit. And to fill you in, Kristen, he's a wrestler that he killed him. He killed his family and killed himself. It was a murder-suicide.
He killed his wife, then killed his son, and then hung himself on his Bowflex.
Yeah,
a true pro wrestler's death.
Yeah, Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
So he killed everybody. But then before it was he was found dead, and then they had a wrestling event that night, and so they did this big tribute to Chris Benoit, a memorial thing for Chris Benoit, and then literally they had to backtrack it weeks later because they found out.
No, hours later.
Yeah, they found out.
They do a 3-hour tribute show where everyone's saying how much they loved him and how great he was, and they find out that he murdered everyone involved and killed himself. So they had to retract and be like, actually, he's not the great guy we spent 3 hours saying he was on our tribute show.
But this is what a dork Matt is. Now I'm throwing you under the bus, Matt.
What did I do?
This is what a dork. So because of this, they're discussing. Matt, because of that, says every time since this incident, whenever there's a murder and it's a couple's murdered, they have to assume it was a murder-suicide before they can determine that they were actually just murdered. So they assume that one of the people murdered, and he thinks that's because of Chris Benoit. What a fucking wrestling dork.
No, not
you think Chris Benoit set the precedent that now all murders are considered murder-suicides if there's 2 people murdered.
No, not they assume it, but they won't do a full tribute show to somebody until they have more details after that happens.
Oh, you're talking about, I thought you were just talking about crimes in general.
No, I meant within
How often is this happening in wrestling? How many times?
Wrestlers are fucked up people.
Suicides are there going? How many suicides happen in wrestling?
Watch some of Dark Side of the Ring on Vice TV. There's a lot of shit that wrestlers do.
Jesus, I thought you were talking about all murders in general was because of that.
No, not just. I mean, I wrestled for 4 years, and I have 6 friends who died of overdoses or suicides, or a couple that went to jail for something just from those 4 years of wrestling.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
By the way, he had to quit because he got a brain injury. Can you believe it?
I can tell.
Yeah.
So that's I don't know. I just thought that story was good. You don't follow wrestling. None of that stuff meant anything to you, did it, Kristen?
No, but my ex-boyfriend was really into the MMA and like Muay Thai and like that kind of stuff. So I started kind of getting into it, and I just signed up to take my first boxing class.
Nice.
So, yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna do a murder suicide, I guess, within
there you go.
4 months.
Yeah.
Right on track.
Templated Converter says, I miss the old days of wrestling when it was all about wrestling. I miss Dory Funk and Flash Funk and Hoss Funk and Terry Funk.
Yeah. That's that's old like 70s style wrestling, which I grew up doing amateur wrestling, martial arts, MMA, all the stuff you were talking about, and I got recruited into pro wrestling because a coach said that I have a wrestling background and a big mouth and I would be a good bad guy. So I got into that, and then I started watching.
A good gay lover.
A good gay lover, yeah. Yeah, they were like, you know what? We'd like to see you shirtless in spandex.
With that big mouth.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, so I watched back a lot of like old pro wrestling when I started doing it to try and just catch up and learn it, because a lot of the people in pro wrestling, they had known all of that. I came from quote unquote the real wrestling, which, by the way, I got hurt way more in the fake wrestling than the real wrestling.
Oh yeah, dude, just watching him fall from like that balcony, like that's insane. Like that's
I didn't fall off any balconies, but even just the regular stuff you do in the ring, I always called it very painful live action theater.
The other clip I was going to show, speaking of sports, did you guys see this? So I guess the Spain women won the World Cup soccer. So if you pull up this clip, it's just a 12-second clip, and the head coach of the Spain team kisses the player after they just won the championship. He kisses a player on the. See, just the way you reacted, it was like woo, and it's like they want him fired. If you look, he kisses on the lips, but it's not like a sensual kiss.
Was it like one of those? Was it one of those?
Yeah,
like
I'm going to show you the clip.
Style?
They got the clip. Yeah. They got the clip right here.
Ray,
so
Ray, I'm just going to need a couple seconds with that.
Okay, cool. But
they want those like those.
Oh, there I am. I was not dressed that nice. Oh, and we got the hair color in there too, as well. Yeah, so they want him fired like that, and everyone's like appalled. Even fucking Megan Rapinoe is like speaking. It's like what the player even says like, yeah, we're just happy we just won. She doesn't give a shit. The player that he kissed is like, yeah, we just won. Who cares? We just won the world championship. It's a pretty big deal for us. We're just all celebrating. Did I know he was going to kiss me on the lips? No, but like I get it. We're all celebrating. Who gives a shit?
Did he kiss any of the other players?
No, maybe he's got to kiss them all. So this is it.
Oh, that's so innocent. That's just like a celebratory.
Yeah.
That's so I hate when people get mad on other people's behalf. You know, like if she's mad, okay, well, it'd be kind of annoying anyway. But the other people being mad over that, it's like get a life.
Like if she was upset, I get it. But like other people giving a shit about the kid, like shut up. Shut up. And also Megan Rapp, I don't know, the outspoken soccer player, the one that missed I like how Trump threw her under the bus, being like woke is broke. He's like, because she's woke, that's why she missed the penalty kick that would have won the game. Forget about the championship she's won before. What a fucking idiot Donald Trump is. But besides that, she's the one that wants like women's soccer players to get equal pay as men and WNBA players to get the same pay. Here's what you do. Here's how you do it. Fuck it. There's no women's soccer. There's no men's soccer. There's just one soccer league. That's it. Just one U.S. soccer. Women and men can try out for it. Whoever makes the cut, that's your team. If it's a man, you're women. Same thing with the NBA.
As long as you're gay, you can play soccer.
Or how about like women just make the ratings as good as men's, and then they earn the same
exactly.
amount of money.
Yeah, exactly. You got to get the people. That's the old Bill Burr thing. But That's what Bill Burr says. Like, yeah, the second, if you don't sell tickets, like I can't sell tickets the way Bill Burr does, so I should not be getting like the same amount of money per show.
Serena Williams makes a lot more money than a lot of men's tennis players.
Right, exactly. So be as good, and then
So
it's not even as good. It is just the amount of people watching, because the women's soccer team, I think, has done better than the men's soccer team, but just more people watch the men's soccer team, so they sell more tickets.
Right.
Yeah, I live in Astoria. Yeah, trust me. Men's soccer's watched year round. Every Serbian place, I don't even know that they play, like those Eastern European countries play each other nonstop year round. Like they're on every day.
Yeah, and it is just fucking the best hot dog eater doesn't make as much money as the worst player in the NBA. He can't be like, well, I'm the best, I should make more.
Exactly. So I don't know. I just thought that whole thing. But you understand what I'm saying? That's where you want to solve it. Megan Rapinoe, there's just one team, one soccer team, men and women combined. There's no more men's league, no more women. There's just one league. If you make the team, you're on the team. You want to get paid, then be better than one of them.
What if you're non-binary?
Still, you can still play. Everyone. It's one big giant umbrella.
You said men or women, Ray. That was very inclusive.
Whatever I want to identify as, they can be. And by the way, I had a Leah Thomas joke that was on my special because I recorded it when that was going on. Which I said, do you remember who she is? Yeah, the joke doesn't. No one knows who she is anymore.
Yeah,
I'll say that she won the women's college swimming championship, and people were upset because it's because
she's a dude.
It's like because like she was born a dude. But I said anyone I'm glad she won. Just deal with it. You just got to deal with her winning. The same way I had to deal with playing 6th grade football against a bunch of dudes that failed the 5th grade 3 years in a row. I had to play against those dudes that were like fucking bigger and stronger. I don't think we're purposely trying not to learn how to read so they could beat the shit out of me every other Saturday. So fucking let them all play under the same thing. Who gives a shit? Well, how do you guys feel about that? That's what I say.
Well, there have been like I know in other sports like attempts like women who tried to make Major League Baseball. There was like a female kicker who was trying out for the NFL, and it hasn't happened yet. But if a woman was good enough as a pitcher or a kicker to play in Major League Baseball or the NFL, yeah, why not?
Exactly. That's what I say.
Yeah, if they're good enough, but here's what's going to happen. They're not going to be good enough. Yeah. That means women are not going to be able to play sports. That means women disappear from the entire arena of sports. And then feminism brings you, or progressivism brings you completely backwards to now women are just in the home fucking sleeping while the dudes are playing the soccer game that they wanted to play.
Yeah, that's the same thing not that I'm not that smart. I don't know if you could tell, but that's the same thing that happened. Like everyone's about everyone's like too busy about which bathroom someone could use, this one and that. And you know what happened? Fucking abortion now became a pain in the ass. Like while they were going for all the little stupid fights, they lost the big one. It just said abortion. Focus on what you're fucking fighting for. Quit fighting for the littlest thing. You're missing the big ones. You're losing the big fights. Right.
Well,
pick the hill you want to die on because you just fucking lost the big one.
Like you are with laundry baskets.
Exactly.
I'm fine with my laundry basket. I am fine. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna be like. That's gonna be my cave.
Your laundry basket and like just send you down a hill and just see how cute it is. It's
Ray with his feet hanging out of the end of a laundry basket on wheels.
Clothes flying.
I'm fine with my laundry basket. I
was gonna say I used to work with a lot of like women's wrestling programs because they like were struggling to get into like just different facilities at different schools. And it was interesting because when Title IX first passed, it was like a women's sports thing. And it was basically like different schools had to have the same amount of men's sports and women's sports. So what would happen is they have a men's football team. They're not going to have a women's football team. So instead, they just had like women's volleyball teams, but no men's volleyball team. They would have to even it out. So because there were men's wrestling teams, a lot of women's wrestling programs got cut because that was like a way to even things out. So I knew a lot of women's wrestlers who hated like Title IX because it like fucked with their ability to get facilities, like work in schools. And we do all these fundraisers all the time and try and find facilities just to try and, because a lot of women just then wouldn't get into wrestling because there weren't programs for them to be able to see.
The community wouldn't come together and be like, we want to see women wrestling.
Yeah.
Like this.
I want to see women wrestling.
We want to see chicks touching each other.
Yeah. It also cut a lot of men's wrestling programs because a lot of people were like, wrestling doesn't make as much money as football, so let's just cut wrestling entirely.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Speaking of women's volleyball, my favorite women's volleyball. So it's not a good story, but it's my favorite. And I wish I would have.
There's no such thing as a bad story with women's volleyball.
No, did you see what Brett Favre did? Brett Favre.
What now?
No, that's the thing, right? That's why. So, because he's a legend in Mississippi, where he's from. So,
until recently, maybe.
Yeah. And then so his daughter plays volleyball. So he started this petition, and they took away welfare funds for people in Mississippi so they could build a stadium for his daughter's college women's volleyball team to play volleyball. So like all these people don't get to eat anymore because Brett Favre. Like, who are they going to sign with? This thing to feed people, or this is for Brett Favre? Number 4.
Also years ago was caught sending dick pics to female reporters, sideline reporters. You don't remember that? No, well, Brett Favre was like,
you got one? You're like, I got one too. No. Yeah, you collect them like baseball cards. I got a Brett Favre.
Yeah. No, I had his poster on my wall as a kid. So when I heard about it, first I looked at the reporter, and I don't blame him. He's got good taste. Then I got to see what Brett Favre's dick looks like. So I looked at him.
But wouldn't a Brett Favre dick pic just be a picture of him?
There you go.
Oh, hey, roasted Brett Favre.
He was sending soft dick pics. That's what disappointed me.
You know, that takes balls, no pun intended.
Yeah, but
I mean, to send a soft one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why?
You know, that's a confident guy.
Yeah, but
how did it look? I think all penises look bad, soft.
Exactly. Right? Yeah. It's. I mean, there's some you see in porn where it's maybe they're fake, but it's like where they're really big. They almost don't even get bigger. They just get hard. He didn't have one of those. He should have taken a hard one.
I didn't think this conversation could get worse after the wrestling talk, but somehow y'all have managed.
All right, let's talk about Chris Benoit's dick next.
Yeah. How did you feel, Christian, about dick pics? Are you for him, against him? What's a guy's etiquette on the dick pics? I've never sent one.
I would be down for a dick pic if they because it looks like like a little mushroom head. If they just like drew a little face on it and like made the top part look like a hat, I'd be like, oh, that's funny. That'd be the only time I'd be happy to get a dick pic.
So if they draw it, you're
face
fine.
on it. Do something funny.
You got to do have something in there for size, for reference.
Yeah, right. So I mean, for for most guys, just take a tiny dime, to make yourself look big.
No, I'll get like a bottle of Jack Daniels, but it'll be one of the like mini ones and put it next to it.
Oh yeah, you can pretend it's a big one.
Yeah.
So, in your dating coaching, have you ever talked to guys like when it's appropriate to send dick pics and when is it not? Does that ever come up?
Because I'm a good coach, so we don't even broach a dick pic topic. Never send a dick pic.
There you go. You hear that, fellas? Don't send a dick pic. I've never sent one.
No.
Have you? I haven't either. But Ray, have you ever gotten any nudes from girls?
No, I've gotten because some dude gave up my number once on his show. I've gotten numerous dick pics from random strangers.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Some guy with a headband has led to me.
I wonder who you're talking about.
Yeah. I wonder who that could possibly be. But yes, I've gotten plenty of dick pics in the last year. So
I mean, dick pics are not the equivalent of a female sending a nude pic. They're not attractive units. When you're in the moment and like you're in person, it's like, okay, it's not bad to see one, but just like a random thing on your phone, usually I'm sitting on the train, like they just pop up. It's just going to annoy the girl because she's going to have to go, oh shit, or it's fun because then we can just airdrop it to other people on the train.
Yes. That's the thing, is that other people are going to see it no matter what. Well, cause I've got nudes from girls, but I never sent a dick pic. And I had a girl once tell me that was fucked up. But I think nudes from girls, I mean, I'm biased, but I think nudes from girls look better than dick pics.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's clear. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never I've gotten nude pics from girls I was dating, but I've gotten risque pictures, like sexy pictures with their clothes, but sexy pictures. I have shown other people those pictures. Is that an asshole move of me, Kristen, or do girls expect a guy is going to do that?
I think the girl expects the guy to be private about it, unless you're just casual and just hooking up. If you're just hooking up, it's kind of free game. It's free game.
This is a girl I never been hooked up with.
Intimate and seeing each other. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I got caught once because I was dating girl.
I'm sorry, Kristen. Dudes are going to. I know.
Yeah.
No.
Don't send a picture that you think is not going to be
if it's a
shared
girl,
in some capacity.
That's
a nude
why
I've never shared. A nude I've never shared.
As a girl, if I have sent some sexy pictures, had never been included. Had never included because I know it most likely, or I know there's a chance of it getting around. Right. So that is always off. But the problem is, it's you could easily deduce it's me because I have no boobs at all. So it's like, oh, it's Kristen because she's like, no one on planet Earth is as flat as she is. So we can just kind of deduce it's going to be her. So
I would never.
Really I like how you brought a flat Earth reference into it. Yeah. She's a flat Earth.
Flat Chester.
I would never, if I was like seeing a girl seriously, like long-term relationship, and she sent me a nude, I wouldn't show it to my friends. But there was one time where I was at a friend's wedding, and it was like college friends. We were all like in an Airbnb, old schoolhouse together, and I just started seeing a girl, and she sent me a picture without her head. And I've never texted my friends.
I've just shown it. I've only done it once. One girl that like sent me, and she got mad that I showed pictures.
Well, I came, and
it wasn't even a nude, but still, and it wasn't even a girl I've even hooked up with. It's a girl that wanted to hook up with me.
Most girls get mad, but it's flattering in a way. Like,
it's kind of like when you're at work and a dude sends you flowers. You want all your friends to see it. You want to fucking show, like, hey, that's how we feel about sexy pics.
Yeah. I mean,
like, hey, look, she likes me. She really likes me. Hey, everybody.
Yeah,
and she's hot. Look at that.
Unless you're like, hey, look at this fatty. You know, if you're doing it in a complimentary way, it's flattering.
When I got back from like the weekend with my college friends, me and the girl were seeing each other and just hanging out, and she like, I forgot how it came up, but she's like, you showed all your friends, didn't you? And I started to try to lie, but I'm a terrible liar. So I was like, no, of course I would. And she's like, yeah, you did. And then she didn't mind, but it was funny. For a second, I was like, I'm always very communication honest, but that was one where I feel like this could be really bad, but she was fine with that. You're right. I think she found it flattering.
When she said, did you send it to all your friends? Did she mean all one of them?
Yeah.
That's how I know I'm not one of Matt's friends. He didn't send it to me.
I didn't send it to anyone.
Yeah, I've never sent one. I've just showed it on my phone.
I was out with my college friends and I showed it around on the phone.
And the girl I showed the picture of to my friend was more like, we don't even have a thing. Why is she sending me this pic? It's more like hey, so-and-so sent me this pic.
This was like we just started seeing each other, and then within a couple weeks, we're away from each other, and we're just like, I'm like hanging out with my college friends, and then like sexting this girl half the time. Also, we were still in that like new relationship period,
honeymoon phase.
Yeah. Bob Zolteat says number 10, Gilgo Beach victim just found in laundry basket. All right. Laundry basket.
Yes, laundry basket.
Template converse. Ray, who are you looking to send the pic to? Franklin Sheckler's getting my pic.
There you go.
I don't think he wants that. He's Chris Mack says this chick is funny, Ray. You hear that, Matt? He thinks you're a chick.
Hell yeah.
See what I did there? The old switcheroo.
The old switcheroo.
I'll take it. You called me funny.
Kristen, is that a hoodie or a robe?
It's a hoodie.
It's a hoodie. Upper right has all right, well, that's inappropriate.
Send it to your friends.
Yeah, some of the comments are very nice, and some of them are kind of jokey. All right, I got another story.
I can see those. Oh, I can see.
Yeah, you could see them. They're interacting with us. Yeah.
Oh,
Ray,
yeah.
Ray, you are not funny. I saw that one. Thank you.
057. I do need a sandwich. I lost. So after my breakup, I mean, I've always kind of been skinny. This is kind of like a humble brag, but after my breakup, I lost 15 pounds. So
Jesus.
Usually I weigh like 105, 107. Right now I weigh like 95 pounds. So I put some weight back on, but it was like a fucking devastating breakup. So right now I do look like an Auschwitz. I look like I've been there for 6 months. Like if you actually, and I put the sweatshirt on because my arms are creepily skinny. I didn't want my arms to show for the
Why are you like just not eating, or you just aren't hungry?
The anxiety of the breakup, I just lost my appetite. Like literally looking at food made me feel sick to my stomach. So I'm actually doing ketamine infusions, which are to treat anxiety, depression, and PTSD and stuff like that.
Getting hard on just talking about it.
I know, but I think that's what's bringing my appetite back. So yeah.
Oh, well, I hope it's all right. All right, maybe you shouldn't read the chat. I don't want. Yeah. It's all right. They could be mean to me all they want.
That was projecting. That was projecting when you met me and called me chubby in 3 seconds.
I'm jealous.
You just. What kind of man are you attracted to, Kristen? Let the fellas know.
Fucked up ones. I like guys that are complex. He's a comic. I like guys that have an edge. Like anyone that's polite or really nice. I'm like, you are just a bore fest. So I'm set up for this life of miserable dating because I'm only attracted to guys that are a little messed up.
Yeah. All right, well then, hang on, people in the chat. Follow her on Twitter. You might have to compete with Franklin Sheckler, but there's a chance you might score a date with her. I want to show you guys this story. I don't know if you guys saw this on the news. This is an elementary school in Florida. They held this assembly for kids. We could just watch the first 44 seconds of this, and then we could talk about it after that. So let's watch the first 44 seconds. And then
at a Flagler County school are furious after an assembly last week singled out Black students.
According to the school district, it happened at Bennell Elementary School to address low standardized test scores. News4Jack's reporter Aaron Farrar joins us live this morning. And Aaron, parents did not know about the assembly until they heard about it from their children.
And some of the things their children told them, they said it's hard to believe. One parent says that their daughter says that one of the things that they were told, actually a couple of things they were told, were things like if they ended up not improving on their test scores and not going to college because of that and not being, quote, successful, they can end up being in jail, being shot, and even being killed.
All right, you can cut it. Then they go on and and then so this is at Bennell Elementary School. So these are 3rd and 4th graders.
So they were giving them good advice.
To get your test scores, but it was only Black kids that I guess, I don't know if they like singled it out, like it's only Black kids that got the low test scores and they did that. But then if you don't mind,
they try to give them swimming lessons also, and
racially insensitive. But then these were the two teachers. If you put up that pic I sent you, Lashiga Moore and Donnell Evanson. So they put up that those are the two people that did this, that organized this. One's the principal, the other one's the event coordinator for it. So here's what I think happened.
That looks like the woman from the movie who like goes into the inner city community school to save the kid and her one Black friend.
Exactly. So I think what happened is one day after school, they went to a BW3's happy hour. And the one lady was like just joking, drunk, like, this is what we should do. Ha ha ha. Like just like half-assing it. And then her white friend was like, that's a good idea. And then just ran with it the next day and did the assembly without contacting anyone or seeing it through. That's what I want.
Was it one of those where, like, because it's unclear if they were just like they only took the failing kids, or they were like, we're just gonna pick a random sampling of our student body, and then it happens to be all the Black kids.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just thought that was it seems like an episode of South Park or something, or like Family Guy or something. Like nothing went off like this is a bad idea at all. Ray brings all the hot girls to the Zabbleverse. There you go. I think that's for you, Chris, and that is not for Matt at all.
I thought
Ray, do you
Matt was
wanna-
the woman here.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain the screen name to Kristen?
Oh, single mother of 5. I lost my virginity to a single mother of 4 when I was 20 years old because I was too anxious to have sex with my girlfriend that wanted to have sex with me. I was too nervous about it. I told her I had sex and they'll never have, and I waited too long. She dumped me. So the first woman to even look in my direction, so my 18-year-old gymnast girlfriend who was gorgeous and who I was too embarrassed, too afraid to have sex with, and I was like, first woman to talk to me. I was like,
damn.
boom.
That
I
may
stepped
be
over her 4 kids in the living
think-
room in Bowling Green, Ohio, into her bedroom, and just did it.
I
How
think
old
you
were
may.
you?
20. I was 20.
And
She
so you
was
haven't had
32.
sex since?
Oh, since I've had sex like 9 times since. Come on, Kristen.
Ooh,
There might be.
bragger.
Ray, if I told you my virginity story, I thought mine was the worst. Yours might be worse than mine. But
I want to hear yours. Producer Joe. Producer Joe's a skinny guy. He wants to know who weighs less. You or
Kristen
producer
weighs
Joe?
significantly less than me.
How tall are you, Joe?
I'm 6'1",
6'1". All right.
oh, me too. Okay, I'm 6'1". How much do you weigh, Joe?
140.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
200.
wow.
I'm at about 200 now, but
All right. Let's hear your
140. Wow.
Let's hear your virginity loss story.
When I was in high school,
Me?
my high school was next to
This is Matt's story.
Okay.
my high school was next to a community college, so all my friends were a few years older than me, and I was the only virgin in the group. So they, without my knowledge, I found out years later, a girl just came up to me and they wouldn't ID during the day and the afternoons. Queens in New York can be fucked up in some places. A lot of degenerates out there. We would go to bars after school and they wouldn't ID during the day. And this girl just came up to me and started hitting on me and we hooked up. Took my virginity. I later found out that they paid a girl to take my virginity because I was the only virgin in the group.
Oh, so you got a hooker.
Nice.
Not so that wasn't what she did. It was somebody they knew from school who they just paid to take my virginity.
So she was a hooker for a day.
Yeah. I mean, who knows what she went on to do more, but that
You
day she
inspired
was.
her.
Maybe.
That's
But then
actually kind of giving and nice of your friends.
Yeah, but it fucked me up for the rest of high school because I just thought that's how it works. Girls just come up to you to have sex with you. And I'm like, why isn't this keep happening?
Yeah, that's what happens to chicks, not dudes. For
Yeah.
chicks, yeah.
If it happens again, it was from me because I felt bad for you. So
There you go.
There you go.
one day, just keep your eyes peeled.
Do you want to share your virginity story? You don't have to if you don't want
Me?
to, Chris. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't care. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 25.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it was the most unexciting. It was regular sex for girls. It was just boring and just not good. But I was a virgin. It was my first boyfriend really at 25. And I felt like
How old was he? If you don't.
What's that?
How old was he?
24.
Okay.
Oh, you were a cougar.
Cougar.
Yeah.
Cougar. I just kind of laid there awkwardly, and I just pictured how awkward my head looked, and I just, it was horrible. But I've learned to have much better sex since.
Yeah.
But late bloomer, 25 years old.
How do you like it? What advice do you give to guys first time they have sex with a lady that they just started dating? What advice you got for them?
The first
Listen
time
up,
they
Aaron.
together?
Yeah, listen up, Aaron. Who's this Aaron that we're talking to? Is this
Aaron
Steel
Inholt.
Toe? Oh, he's got a beef with the host of Steel Toe. Joe and him, they're gonna. Joe, would you be into boxing him? I heard a big thing. He was supposed to fight Patrick Melton, and that's not gonna happen. Would you box him?
So I don't box, but I do jujitsu, so we could do some kind of MMA thing.
There you go. Now we're talking.
Why did you wait till 25? Were you waiting or?
I was waiting for you.
Oh,
you never
okay.
came. Literally, you never came.
Wow, Jesus.
Usually it's the other way around.
I
in
can't
sex.
come.
No, I waited so long because I was awkward. I was I looked at sex like a drug deal. I had never done drugs. I was very innocent, and I was like, does it just happen in a back alley where you're just hey, later on we're going to have sex, right? And we're going to exchange, I thought it was this. And of course it does happen in an alley. I didn't realize that that's where most sex does happen.
Most of my sex
your
happens.
advice to guys when they're
I'm very
dating,
neurotic.
the first time it looks like it's going to happen, what advice do you give them?
Well, the first, there is something to be said, and I'm, I understand the whole like consent thing. I don't really, there is something to be said about a guy who shows restraint and hints that like, maybe we shouldn't.
Maybe leave the gun at home.
Makes her want it more. Like, you make her feel so special that you don't think that tonight's the night. You want to get to know her more. And that can sometimes make the woman be like, no, like I want it now. So I don't say to do that every time, but I think that can be a move for men that I
don't know.
You could also lift your shirt to show you have a pocket knife on you.
I mean, yes. I mean that
yeah, like say, now that I'm older, if I'm dating a girl and we do like a couple dates, if I'm gonna take this serious, like I want to have sex just for the fact that like let her know like, yeah, we're doing this. I'm not the guy that we go out and I buy you free dinners all the time. So like,
you're afraid of landing in the friend zone.
Yeah. So after like the second date, I'm like, we just have to. We're adults. I'm over 40. You're over
So what
40.
I'm saying is
we're doing this. Right, Otherwise, we're not hanging. Yeah,
what I'm saying is you put it out there, but you end up having the sex. So I'm not saying you withhold the sex, like you don't not have sex. You just position it in that way.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of backtrack a little bit, see kind of how she feels.
You can make it known that you would like the sex, but you don't want it out. You don't want it to seem like you need it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. Like the first time I hang out, obviously you're not. But like after the second time, by that third time, if there hasn't, but then it's like, all right, we're not.
I think after the third date, if there's no sex, it's unless she's like you're super religious and you're in a waiting for marriage type thing. After the third date, if it doesn't happen, it's okay to move on.
Yeah. Then it's like, all right, this isn't.
Yeah.
I got enough buddies. I have enough friends. I have enough female friends. Ask the people in this Dabbleverse. I got enough women friends. I'm all right.
Ray brings all these women into the Dabbleverse.
They're making fun of Drunk on Cringe when he was on my stream. But yeah, I have enough female friends. I don't need more female friends.
Do you really have enough female friends though?
Like,
do you have female friends?
What's up?
Do you have female friends?
Yeah, I have female friends.
Almost exclusively.
Yeah, almost exclusively. That
makes sense. I'm surprised none of them have told you about the laundry basket yet.
No, and one of them I just crashed at her place for a few days last week. She knows I have a laundry basket. Yeah, she wasn't like that's weird. I'm fine with it. Single mother of 5. Please explain. I did that. Ray does that, but then never makes love to them. Thank you. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, all right, if we're friends, that's fine. But like, Ray, sex is all about the shame.
A shower afterward immediately.
Yep, the walk of shame. That's always a big part of it.
Well, also the thing is too, like, I'm not a fan of sleeping in the same bed with someone. Like, I like to. Yes, I like to. I mean.
Go sleep in you fuck her and then go sleep in your laundry basket.
No, that would be but that's I'll sleep in the same bed with the lady. But I will
be a man,
get my
own fucking.
We're in the same bed, but I got my own pillow, my blanket. It's like we're sleeping in the same bed together, but like I'm asleep. Why do I need someone touching me? I'm asleep.
Right. Real men cuddle.
I'm a sweaty motherfucker. I sweat a lot.
So do
You're gonna get all wet. You're gonna get all sticky.
I sweat when it's like hot. Throw the AC on and cuddle, Ray. Do it.
I don't know, man.
The producer, I'm sorry, forgot the producer's name.
Producer Joe.
Call me whatever you want.
Producer Joe just said to fix Ray, but I feel like that's like saying like fix a paraplegic. It's just like I can't make limbs grow that aren't there. Like, it's just, I'm not a miracle worker.
If a paraplegic didn't want to cuddle, I might get it though.
You're like, come on.
I would
you
cuddle
drape their arms over you.
No choice.
Yeah. you take their limp arm and put it over you and be like, there you go. We're cuddling. See this?
You would not ask for consent on the cuddle.
Yeah. It's like FDR. You just pick them up out of the wheelchair, put them on top of you. And it's like, what am I doing? Like, we're cuddling. This is cuddling, FDR. Oh, I'll put you back in your wheelchair, but right now we're cuddling.
Yeah.
Brady Colliers contract for sex. If he buys the, I get out of contract once I buy him food. Like, all right, so this is what we're doing. No, I'm just saying. After we've already hung out like 1 or 2 times, by the 3rd time, if it's not, then
yeah, no, right. I mean, grow a pair and sleep with her by the third. But some guys, they're so shy. It's like I've worked with guys who have been on 6, 7 dates with the same girl, and they just don't know how to make the move. So you have to, you just have to start with some initial physical interaction, which is
what do you recommend?
So I mean, you kind of start with the guy who's really shy. It's really it's different based on the guy's confidence level, and there is some fake it till you make it, but they get so nervous that you can't really always rely on that. So first you start, it's like there's level 1 touch, level 2, and level 3 that I kind of go through. So like level 1 is more of your invading their space kind of touch, but it's unintentionally invading their space, but you're starting to get closer to them. So if it's,
what's an example?
So like if you're walking into a restaurant and it's kind of crowded in there, you stand really, close to her because you have to, but you don't, you can also probably be a little bit further apart. Then there's like a level 2 where it's like, you're purposely breaking the barrier. So if she's looking at a menu or something like that, like you lean in and you touch her menu. You don't touch her hand, you touch her menu, and you kind of look. So now you're initiating breaking a barrier between her. So there's all like very little micro steps. And then like level 3 would be an intentional touch. So that would be, but it wouldn't be like a hand on the leg. That would be more like if you're walking down the street and she's on the side of the street where the traffic is, you want to make sure she's on the inside and you're on the outside, that kind of thing. So you'd take her gently by the back and push her to the other side. So you're intentionally touching. And then like level 4 would be more of a sexual touch. So it'd be like, like a hand on the leg if it's like, if it's hit that point. But if you just go straight for hand on the leg out of the blue and you're a shy guy, it's going to be awkward and she's going to get uncomfortable.
She's going to see your hand shaking.
Yeah, she's going to feel the I don't know, the MS coming out in you or something like that, So you kind of have to work your way up. So it's like a segue. So you don't just go from 0 to 100.
Has a guy ever called you while he was on the date to like get advice?
No, but I've been texted right before and right after. Like, oh, she's coming. Like, what do I say? Like I can see her from over there. What do I say? So I always tell guys, like before a date, you don't want to have that moment where it's awkward, where you're like, hey, are you Joe? Yes. How could you have missed me? I'm the guy with the butt chin. Like how, like I make sure that like it's very clear. So you talk about like, what are you going to wear before the date? So you text her like, should I wear, the white button up or should I wear my ball gown? Just something kind of playful and stupid so that when she gets there and you guys are meeting for the first time, if this is like from an online date, you could call out the fact that either you didn't wear your ball gown or you could ask her how the ball gown looks, just kind of tease about something. So it's not an immediate like, hi, nice to meet you.
I've seen like meet a girl and she has like a dress something on and been like, oh, thank God, I almost wore the same thing.
Exactly.
That would have been awkward.
Yeah. Right.
So I should text her like, you want me to wear my Jimmy Eat World t-shirt or my Fall Out Boy t-shirt?
Exactly. Exactly. So it gives her, or it gives you both less time to be awkward together.
Yeah. I've said, hold on, I may be a little late. I have to pick out my finest sleeveless shirt.
Right. And that's also a point where you can initiate touch right from the get-go. So if like she said she was going to wear, like she was joking around and said she was going to wear her Jimmy Eat World t-shirt, and she's not, you kind of grab her shirt and you go, that's not a Jimmy Eat World t-shirt, so you have an excuse to touch right away from the beginning.
Hey, look for an excuse to touch. Anyone just sit there like, all right, just waiting for my move. Wait for my move. Hey, just give me a reason to touch you.
Go on a boat and just wait for it to get rocky and leave your hands like this.
Yeah, just
or
wait to touch you.
Touch her like E.T. Just the one finger.
Phone bone.
Producer Joe wants to know any advice for Aaron since April doesn't climax. He's talking about his rival.
Does not make me come.
Yeah, he's got a thing for Aaron. Todd Brand, my few shekels for Rayman. She's hot, kid. Thank you, Todd Brand. You're a single mother of 5. Ray, dude, we can tell that you're taking notes. I am taking notes. You know what I have done, by the way? I didn't like this therapist anyways, but when he gave me advice on a way to interact with the person in my life and it didn't go well, I did a 3-way call with him just to let him know. I'm like, yeah, this isn't working out. Like, that's what he told me. And he didn't like that. I was getting rid of him anyways. But I did that more like I hated my therapist. But I did. I did a 3-way call with my therapist.
Clearly did a terrible job.
Yeah, just to let him know. Ray teaches the Dennis method, said Bob Solder. What's a Dennis method? Anyone get that?
Be a menace.
It's a reference to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, all right. What's a reference? What was Dennis like, Joe?
He had a whole method for like making chicks feel shitty about themselves, so they become more attached to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's negging.
Ray, what would you call someone who nags?
Someone that nags? A complainer.
I was trying to get him to say it.
A complainer. Is that what you're trying to get me to say?
Yeah. A person who would nag. They would be a complainer.
They'd be a complainer.
Way to remind the chat about that bit. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah. we got like 10 more minutes if you guys want to hang for like 10 more minutes.
Sure.
But this is good advice, man, Chris. So what other advice you got? How do you feel about Matt's situation? Should he go all in with this girl, make her date him, or
I don't want to go all in with that girl. There's chemistry I think you'll have with someone where I would want to go to the next level and somewhere I wouldn't. So with this girl, I kind of know it's going to be a thing until it isn't, and I'm okay with that.
Does she know that? I can't really remember what you said.
She from the beginning said she doesn't want to be in a relationship. Okay. And then there were a couple times where she it seems like she wants me to want to be in a relationship, but then she wants to like not have that, but she wants that attention, and I'm not going to put myself in a position where I want to be in a relationship with somebody. I'm putting that effort in with someone who doesn't actually want that.
So what do you? Yeah, I was going to say, what's the most relationship type thing you guys have ever done together? That you were like, oh, this is something I do.
There was
that's really relationshipy.
What is?
Slap. I said he slapped her.
Yeah.
Oh, you slapped her. I guess he's mine.
Yeah, the most relationship thing we've done is choking.
You better not slap any more bitches. I'm the only bitch you slap. Yeah. You hear that? I'm the only one.
Yeah.
You know it's official.
She's a bartender, and there was one night where we lived near each other, and she was working, and I had texted her because I was on my way home, and I was going to pass by her bar, and she didn't text back. She was working, so I got home, and she said, "Oh, come back. I get off in an hour." I'm like, "I think I'll just wait here because it's like an hour commute to where she is." I'm like, "Just come back. We'll meet when you get here. That'll be easier." And she goes, "Well, maybe I'm not that easy."
All right. Well, that's not really a relationship. That's just kind of like a flirting.
No, that was more she wants me to go out of my way to do a thing that's inconvenient because she wants that. Like, I wouldn't, even if I was in a relationship with someone, they probably wouldn't ask you to do something that's that inconvenient to spend 10 minutes with them at work and then commute back to where you just were.
Yeah, that's like a 2 hour. She wanted you to be her companion to go home with.
Yeah. And it just vary. And then other things where,
that is relationshipy.
Yeah. She wants, there were some times where like, she doesn't want to hold hands in public, but she, one night when she was drunk, she said it would be nice if I tried to hold her hand every once in a while, even though she doesn't actually want it. I'm like, I'm not going to, it seems like just something going on in her head that she needs to figure out. And we had the talk. So I told her that, yeah, I you don't want to be in a relationship, I'm okay with that. But we have to that has to be the boundary. Then you can't ask me to do say, I actually want you to kind of want to be in a relationship. We can't, I can't do that. And I don't think that's fair to her either.
What did you do for Valentine's Day?
This past Valentine's Day, I don't think I was seeing anyone at the time, so I don't know.
So
I
it
didn't
wasn't
do
her.
No, this has been since Valentine's Day. This is over the last couple months.
Let's say Valentine's Day was coming up in 2 weeks. How would what would you do?
Nothing with her because we're not we're hooking up once every few weeks or so.
Would she be pissed if you didn't do anything on Valentine's Day with her?
At this point, I don't think so because we've had this talk already. But a few weeks ago, she might have been.
Okay, all right.
I mean, who knows? Maybe.
Kristen, just from what you've heard, do you think that she'd be pissed if he didn't do something for Valentine's Day with her, with him?
Yeah, I mean, if she's a girl, I mean, we're all girls, at the end of the day. I mean, I'm talking about you guys.
Yeah.
We are girls. It's like, if you don't, we communicate through, we want you to read between the lines and stuff. We don't directly communicate. So yeah, I mean, if she wants you to hold her hand, she wants something for Valentine's Day.
Well, yeah, she doesn't want to hold my hand. She said she would like if I made the attempt, and she would, even though she doesn't want it.
Right, and that's what she wants you to make an attempt on Valentine's Day, and she doesn't want it. So she wants the gesture.
Yeah.
So she can reject the gesture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would say that to her, listen, I get it. We're just in a hooking up or whatever, but Valentine's Day, do you want to do something? I'm cool doing nothing, but
I might. Yeah, if she wanted to do something, maybe. But that's the thing is, I don't want to. I'm not going to give a gesture just to have it rejected. Because also, if I'm doing the gesture, I'm not going to do it just to do it. I would want to do it, and I'm not going to do something when I know it's going to be rejected. Why?
So you think this situationship, as they would call it, would last?
Situationship. That's a good word for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe, call this episode Situationship.
Yeah. So you think that this situationship would last all the way to February?
No, Ray asked me if Valentine's Day was coming up in 2 weeks.
I just gave a hypothetical.
Yeah.
I just gave.
No, I am not. I mean, if I meet another girl that I would want to do something more serious with, I would probably end this. It's just I don't have anything else going on.
So she's your backup quarterback until you get a franchise quarterback.
She's your third stringer. It seems like even.
Yeah. She's like, we're just playing this chick because we haven't.
I would expect her to do the same thing. Also, it's not like I've been honest with her and we've had the conversation, so I don't think she would be particularly surprised if that happened either.
All right. I like the situationship you're in. So it's not bad.
How old are you?
33.
Okay, yeah. It's the prime age for a situationship.
Yeah, and I did a lot of this stuff when I was younger and wasn't as honest, and it blew up in my face. So I know better now to get everything out on the table and try and communicate as much as possible. My issues come in when I'm in relationships or situationships where the other person doesn't communicate that well, and then you never know what's happening. And that, I don't want to deal with that because then it's fucking way more stress than it's worth.
You got to call a spade in these situations.
Yeah.
057. So, Christian, your favorite Ninja Turtle and why?
Whatever Ray is dressed up as. Preferably if he was Michelangelo. I love Michelangelo.
Everyone likes Michelangelo. He was that's everyone's.
You look more like Retardo.
Wow, you're talking about me?
That was Ricardo. That was really Ricardo.
Wow, man. Jesus. We're gonna get ready here to wrap up. Producer Joe, what do you got, man? Any questions you got? Anything you want to ask anybody? Any comments you want to make?
Yeah, I was going to see if Kristen wanted to go over to Shuli Network 2 and do a live stream with me, since you guys didn't get to any of the fun stuff you should have been talking to her about.
Let's talk about it.
Ninja Turtles and shit.
What do you want to talk about, Producer Joe?
I'm joking, Ray. I've got actual work to do.
Oh, so you were just fucking around. See that, man? See how they fucking play? See how he plays with me? The things I got to put up with producer Joe. I'm gonna wear a Team Aaron T-shirt. What do you think about that, producer Joe?
Team Aaron Hernandez.
No, Aaron who Joe wants to jiu-jitsu with.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to. I just said I would.
Yeah. No, I want all peace over here.
Just like April, I don't want his fat, sweaty body all over me.
Oh, shots fired! Shots fired. Yeah, he's a
does not make me come.
Joe.
All right. We're gonna ready to wrap up. All right, I wanted to see if Joe had any finishing thoughts. He doesn't like Aaron. That's my social medias. Ray.DeVito on Instagram, at Rock Bottom Pod, and at Ray DEVI on YouTube. Those are my 2 YouTube channels. TikTok at Ray DeVito, and on Twitter at Ray DeVito, RayDevito. All right, Matt, where can people find you, homie?
At Real Matt Marin on Twitter and Instagram. Locker Room Talk is the podcast. And if anyone's listening from upstate New York, we're doing a live Locker Room Talk in Messina, New York, September 29th. And then Comedy Fight Club, the roast battle show I run, Instagram and Twitter, Comedy Fight NYC, youtube.com/Comedy Fight Club. Got our 8-year anniversary show coming up, September 10th, 9 p.m. at the Stand.
Nice. And
Kristen, the chat's dying to know your dog's name.
Yeah, your puppy. There was a cute puppy that was around.
Ray DeVito.
That's your dog's name is Ray DeVito?
No, it's Petey.
Petey.
His name's Petey, yeah.
Will he come over if you call him?
Petey, come here, bud. He was just up at my ear. That's why they noticed him. He's come here, bud. Yeah, he's coming. I can hear him. He's coming. Do you want to see him?
Yeah. How old is he?
He's 3. Come here, bud. Come here. Come here. Petey boy, come here right now. Come here. Right now.
Petey.
This is Mr. Ray DeVito.
Oh, such a good boy. Look at the guy. So cute. So cute.
He uses a laundry basket too, but it's okay because he's a dog, so it makes sense.
You know what I noticed? Like I will Elise will point this out, but when I walk around New York City, I will pet all the dogs. But if it's like if a dog decided to see me, I'm sorry, I'm gonna pet it. I'm just gonna pet it. But like sometimes there's like chicks with dogs really think you're just petting a dog because you're like trying to, like they have just that defense card up like, of course. Like, no, your dog's adorable. It has nothing to do with you. I'm not trying to touch your vagina. Of course
it doesn't.
I'm trying to pet your puppy. Your puppy seems to be happy that I'm petting him. So let's focus on that. So
I would argue focus on the chick more, Ray.
Yeah, me and my laundry basket. I'm sure they're gonna come running over now. Kristen, where can people find you?
They can find me on my website if they want dating advice. What I specialize in is teaching guys how to banter with women. That's actually my go-to thing. So if you don't get girls to respond to you through text and shit, I will get them to respond to you. So they can go to KristenandChill.com. It's like Netflix and chill, but like Kristen and Chill, it's kind of lame, but I couldn't think of anything else. Or you can find me on Instagram at Chris Karn, or around the city going up doing spots in New York right now for the time being. So, and someone said I was welcome back anytime here on the chat, the Buffalo guy. And I just wanted to say, Mojo Buffalo, I think you might be a Bills fan. Go Bills. I'm a huge Bills fan. So you might find me at a Bills game too. And I'm hitting on Josh Allen the whole time.
Are you from Buffalo?
I'm from Utica, which is 3 hours from Buffalo, but I went to the university at Buffalo, and I've been a Bills fan since I was like 9.
Go Bills.
Yeah.
Nice.
Go Bills.
Kristen, you're in the city?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Have you ever been to any of the roast battle shows?
I haven't, but I've actually done some roasts. I've done some roasts for the sports roasters. They do.
Okay.
We've roasted guys from like the Giants and the Yankees and stuff, but I've wanted to come out for the roast battle. So
okay,
I love the roast.
I'll hit you up to either come maybe judge one of them.
Oh my God, I would love that. Yeah. No, I'm all about the roast.
They could be ruthless. I got in fight. I was judging. I got in a fight with the entire crowd
a few times.
I got in a fight with the entire crowd, Kristen.
That's amazing.
I had to fight them.
I hope they won.
I just yelled at him.
Yeah, I think Ray won him over by the end, but then it just became fun to keep booing Ray and get him to curse him out more.
Yeah,
That's great.
I had to fight I was being too nice to the contestants, and they got mad at me for being nice. And I had to go after the crowd. So yeah,
awesome.
But it's always a good time. But yeah, you guys should definitely link up, and thank you both for doing this, man. This was a lot of fun. I really
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, guys. Peace, everybody.